some incredible players to keep your eyes on.
Oh yeah, but what we really want to keep our eyes out for is the knife round that should be coming up on your screens right now. But man, this is certainly an interesting affair. I mean, having the disadvantage of already starting on 2 maps that you've already been beaten by Giants on, this is going to be a tough game for sure. But before we really head into the game, of course, make sure you go ahead and show our head sponsor, Midnight, some love, because without their support, this event wouldn't be possible, and they're offering a top-up sign-up bonus for all of you bettors out there. You can get 25 euros in bonuses at midnight when you bet on the player with the most kills. Along with that, of course, you can go ahead and check out the Esports Bible on Twitter for an awesome giveaway. Win 1 of 5 €100 Amazon gift cards, and all the details are available in the pinned tweet.
Well, you heard it right there from the man himself. Yeah.
Oh, you're really hyping me up here.
Yeah, of course. Well, DT. What? Okay, so predictions. Who do you think is going to take what map? Just free balling. Let's see if we can get some correct.
Obviously, if you just looked at the statistics, you would say that Giants are set to win this 2-0 because we know it. History can often repeat itself, and well, Dust 2 and Inferno are 2 maps that Nexus has already lost on. But if Nexus can push it to map number 3, I think those are relatively uncharted waters for Giants because they've only played it 7 times. And although they have some significant wins in there, they've been able to beat out LDLC, which of course is an impressive feat. They've beaten out Ethereal, they've beaten out Beacon and Saw. They have a few good wins in there, but they just haven't had the hours, the numbers put in terms of having played the map a lot. So maybe on map number 3, they do have a good shot. Let's focus on the action at hand, though.
I would agree. It is going to be, of course, as always for Nexus, that they just need their 2-star players to frag, and then they're in a good position. Because, nice taps coming out from Raga. He does need some backup. Luckily, there is already Semente to cover his push, and, well, they're going to fall back on the Giants side of things. That is, well, at least a little bit of an advantage there for the Nexus squad out towards a short, and that is just going to be the A push, but they've lost so much HP and already a player down as well.
Oh yeah, now they're storming into the A side. BTN struggling to keep his wits about him. The bomb starts to go down. Giants, they're still barely even on the bomb side, and the retake has already ensued. Nexus, they found a frag. 2 versus 3 as the T's try to hold on to their horses. Zello gets the tap through, and Riz, he's found 2. He's looking for a 3rd, and unfortunately for him, it's not going to materialize. There it is, Raga saving the day and avoiding what could have been a very nasty 3K.
Well, that is at least the round 1 by Nexus, the opening round of this map. They are going to need this map, of course, because that, Inferno does look a little bit dangerous to play up against the Giants. And, well, you said it, that 3rd map, Giants, of course, they've only played it 7 times. Dust2 as well, only 8 times. So they haven't played that many official maps compared to Nexus, who have been, honestly, for months on end, just constantly being playing every tournament they can get their hands on. And, well, they've had some pretty impressive results. You do see them grow better and better every single time. Fox with the opening pick with the scout headshot onto Raga. Ouch. Luckily, it does get traded out, but there is Riz with the AK. Force buy from Giants is looking rather successful at the moment.
Oh yeah, they've already gotten 2 frags. They're moving up short, and it'll be an incredibly difficult defense because look at IM's position. He's got a Galil, he's long range, and he's not here to party. Immediately falls, and Semente and BTN will be fighting an uphill battle as they try to go for the retake. BTN, before he even makes it up the stairs, he's already fallen. There it is, Semente trying to fight for his life here. Almost 2 quick kills, but just turns into a round for the Giants.
Well, that is the Giants taking that one away. That's a little bit unfortunate there for Nexus. And, of course, they will have to force up into this one because, well, you're the CT side and you've got... otherwise, double eco doesn't exist anymore. So let's see if the Deagles can get the job done. 4 Deagles, 1 CZ, and 1 flash for Raga. Scout from Fox again in T-spawn trying to get himself an opening catch. But it is going to be Riz with the first kill. Does get heavily tagged up by the Deagle, though. However, does manage to find the second player as well, and a great start of the round for the Giants.
Oh yeah, this is not looking like a force by reversal by any means. A very nasty little shot with the deagle, but unfortunately it's going to be meaningless. Still, bit of damage. Nothing that can really hurt the terrorist side too much, but a couple of rebuys being forced out doesn't really hurt too much. Nexus, however, their money already in shambles, and that is a very big caveat that comes with losing the second round on the CT side if you're the one that won the first one. No money on them, had to go for a force buy. They're in this perpetual state of trying to piece together some money. They should just be in mowdown.
Yeah, this is pretty easy pickings for the Giants. The Portuguese looking pretty great out of the gates. It seems my dog behind me is moaning a little bit for this game, but this will be the first real test. Nexus with the rifles up against the Giants.
Yeah, first gun round underway. A little bit of utility on the Nexus side. Nothing to be too proud of, but 3 smokes can definitely make it work. Quick smoke towards long to block off anyone that is trying to aggress forward, and he moves through the smoke. Fox, he's isolated himself, and he's going to have to take a duel. He's missed the first shot, and now he should be sandwiched. Backup just cannot come through, and with a nade in the hands of Araga, is he close by to throw it? Oh man, they really want this kill, but nope. He's crept forward.
Yeah, that was a nice sneaky attempt. A little bit risky there. I mean, everyone behind the smoke. One bad peek and you are done. But let's see the molly going into the pit. is expecting someone to go for the peek, but do they expect a player that close? Peek coming out, full spray down, but no one checks the corner. BTM manages to get 2 force troubles. One more out towards long. Fox does not expect such a heavy presence towards A long, and big plays coming out from Raga. The bomb is dropped, but it is not in vision of the CTs. However, it should get heard that OBJ is towards the double doors, towards long, is going to peek in towards the pit, finds the headshot onto Raga and close range. Cemente, oh, this is a duel. Close range, he swaps over and he still manages to get the kill. Beautiful stuff to recover the round for the Giants.
I was almost about to say that BTN, he saved the round for the CT side, but after that little showing, I cannot believe he can get away with a kill, even though he's mid-animation. That is nasty stuff, and definitely something that will come back to bite Nexus. Look at that, man. Whoa. The first 2 bullets that exit his barrel, straight to the head. And before we even really start spectating the next round, Raga's already fallen. Nexus, economic deficit will be too much of a burden to bear.
Yeah, honestly, Giants look pretty good. I've had my doubts if they were, even the best Portuguese team. Saw being really outstanding these days as well. But Portugal's got some pretty impressive talent behind them. And really excited to see more of this squad. Of course, you've got the old favorite Fox, who's been everywhere for ages right now. And No Page as well, been around the scene for a while. Nice peek in from IM, gets the kill onto Fox. That's the op drop, gets another headshot. IM with some beauty. Oh my god! IM gets himself a triple with the deagle. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-on-2 situation, but they will chime in and annihilate the last remaining players of the Nexus squad, and Giants still take the round away, though it was rather costly.
Yeah, it can be costly, but at the end of the day, you're looking at a T side that has gotten so much opportunity to bolster their economy. They have Fox. Well, he's not sitting on much money anymore, so that's let's just throw that out of the window. Let's throw that thought away. But OBJ and Riz, they're still above 5K. Their pockets are still pretty deep, so I don't think it's going to hurt them that much. However, for IM to not be able to materialize a round off of a nasty 3K, that definitely has to hurt. Now, Giants, 4-round lead, and it seems they've gotten control of long yet again. They always send out one player, and then slowly but surely they creep forward. And this time as well, it seems like history is repeating itself, because Nexus, they have a 3-man commitment to try to take this one player down, and this time they will with no return as well.
This time they do manage to get themselves a little bit of control. A-Long is theirs, and they get the man advantage to start the round off with. So that is that's a good start for Nexus. However, they will need to defend against this cross coming forward. Xelo with the AWP, definitely very capable and has some gorgeous hair. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
You gotta commend. Me and Emote always do the hair commendations. Who looks the most slick of them all? IM gets heavily tagged up though. And they will rotate towards mid, going for a mid to be split. Spray from Raga finds one, but gets traded out. And now Cemente headshotted towards B. That's B control. 3 versus 3 retake scenario. That just went from very good to ouch for the Nexus side.
Oh yeah, and with the bomb down, a 3 versus 3 retake is also a battle of the wits, because Nexus have to decide now whether or not they're going to commit to this. They have such a big round deficit that they want to take the Xelo. He's found the opening frag. That might just be the first mistake that cost the Giants. Riz, 1v3. He almost got it before. Can he do it this time? Fires the first few bullets, gets the first headshot in. Still a 1v2, 2 different angles, the door and the tunnels. The spray does not connect, and there it is. Nexus, somehow in a round where they shouldn't have been given a lifeline, they come back into it.
Yeah, they managed to recover it, and it all comes down from that first pick from Xelo with the AWP. If that doesn't happen, you don't really want to try to go for that retake in a full 3-on-3 scenario. Secondary AWP saved as well for Raga, so that's going to be great for Nexus to try and hold down that mid to B area as well with the secondary opper. Xelo heading out towards A-Long because, of course, Giants have been aggressively playing that angle. But look at this movement coming out from the Giants. Are they just going to straight up rush forward? No, they're going to get a little bit of control in lower tunnels and play a bit of a default on the Portuguese side.
Pretty slow gameplay coming out from either side. The Giants and Nexus both not looking to really aggress, and this is in contrast to what we saw earlier. We would generally see Giants send out at least one player long because they want to establish some presence towards the dumpster and at least keep Nexus on their toes, so they're committed to that long push. Because although it seems like one angle on the map, you have to commit quite a few players to be able to significantly defend it. BTN creeps past the smoke, and he quickly realizes that there isn't going to be much action on middle, and he doesn't want to be stuck behind the smoke when the push eventually comes through on short, so good decision from him. Starts to back off, and there's still 3 players ready and waiting should Giants decide to push in.
Well, the push is going to come through. Xelo with the AWP, of course, towards A-Long is a pincer movement possible. Xelo gets the opening pick onto PR. However, Fox finds Xelo, and that's immediately BTN onside. He has to push aggressively because he's being completely pincered in. A trade frag coming out from Cemente, but it's very troublesome to get this round done, especially with the bomb planted right now and the positions the T's have. 2 out towards long. It's a hard retake if you're going to try it. I don't even think that you should attempt this retake.
Yeah, the round loss bonus isn't amazing on the Nexus side. If they save this AWP, perhaps they can do a little bit more damage in the next round, but that also means that it will probably draw out an overcommitment, which can lead to further deficits. Now, Fox, of course, expects it because the barrel is showing. Cemente, he's moved forward. Smoke comes out, and he should be trying to stick it, but before he even gets the chance, he'll be tapped away, and that's the 6th round on the board for the Giants.
Yeah, and now the 2 AWPs lost in that round as well. They don't really, as you said, have that last round bonus on the side of Nexus. They didn't save any cash previously, really. So they can't really afford to buy into this one. Just a couple of upgraded pistols and a scout. Pete comes in. Fox misses the shot. He's going to go for a different angle slightly. But, you know, he's dancing with the devil right now. Does tag up Cemente, but does still need to be careful because it tends to happen that a random stray headshot through the wall seems to occur every once in a while.
Yeah, but Cemente, he's already paid so dearly with so much of his HP. 90 points down the drain. Well, Giants look to split up on the map. 3 players towards long, while 2 huddle around, go for the wraparound from B. Ooh, this could actually be really unfortunate for IM, because as he's moving in mid, There will be 2 more players that are making their way towards long. Nope will be able to find him. This should be it. I don't really see them going in for this retake, but as I say that, they've brought it down to a 2v2. Should be a doable scenario, but their weaponry isn't exactly on their sides. Nope is in an incredible position to be able to take one down, and he does. Cemente, with only a scout rifle in hand, what can you really do? I mean, if you're going to go for jump shots, might as well pull out the discount AWP. Oh, there it is. Needs my advice.
Let's go. Cemente quickly peek into him so he can get the headshot. Swaps over to the op, but there's the headshot from No Page. Instead, 7-2 in favor of the Giants. And while they're running away with this op, look at Riz, 14-5. Dude's absolutely styling right now onto Nexus, and they need to step up their game. Because, yes, it's decided slightly on Dust2, but, you need to at least recover, let's say, 5 rounds for Nexus. Then you should be okay. But if they actually walk away with the rest of this half, you're moving on to Inferno. You're walking into very deadly, possible 2-0 territory.
Oh yeah, and this is a possibility that we've already discussed. We understand that Giants, they're coming into this with such a mental advantage. They know this is a team they've beaten before. They know they've beaten Nexus on the same map. So Nexus, before the game even started, it's been an uphill battle, and even in terms of score, it seems to be the same case. Fox, in the meanwhile, will be creeping up behind them and find the shot in the back. Zello and Raga now have to try to get a 2 versus 4. Zello will fall, and Raga will be left all alone in his lonesome. The AWP will be equipped at no-scope range. He's about to come right out. Riz does not lose his life just yet. Switches over to the pistol. Quick little no-scope. But can he do more damage? Damage is really just the name of the game right now, because, I mean, what can you even expect in this kind of case? Ooh. This hurts to watch. OBJ, are you going to be looking around the smoke?
Oh,
Raga.
He just bamboozles and goes the other way.
Yeah.
He did know that there was still someone in the smoke, though. But it is going to be, nonetheless, Wild ET. 8-2 for the Giants. Nexus money is again broken. They do keep Giants honest the entire time. Like, Giants have not been able to afford a big bang. But that's about everything that the Nexus side have been able to do this game.
Yeah, honestly, I even disagree with that, because there was one point where they had 8,000 spare on 2 players, or at least close to that, and they were fully equipped out, fully locked and loaded. So, I don't know, man. I feel like even that luxury hasn't really been granted to them, but yeah, I think they have started to chip the economy a little bit now.
You hoped right there for a second. Xelo with the scouts, tag on to Fox. And he's just trying to get a couple of peeks in. But Riz finds himself a kill onto BTN. Riz has found plenty of kills so far and has that A long open. Cemente is going to peek aggressively towards apartments and gets taken down. And, well, not good for Nexus. One of the rounds that they have looked the best was when they had I Am Go Pretty Nuts on A short, but that was when they were grouping up to be a little bit aggressive on the side of Nexus, and that's something I want to see a bit more in these upcoming rounds. With the buy round especially, like, you can pick up an AWP, you boost the player up short for the peek into lower tunnel, or you quickly, play the double man angle on short to peek out mid, so that you can wide peek and get yourselves an opening pick and fall back. Stuff like that, with a little bit more dynamic power between Nexus. Yes, they did push B apps that previous round, but normally they haven't really aggressed anywhere on the map, and that means Nexus are just waiting for Giants to execute. And, well, the Giants do have, Riz and Co just fragging out of their minds, so you kind of want to make it a man advantage before you hit that point.
Oh yeah, I don't think Nexus has really been playing with aggression correctly, as far as especially towards A long. I feel like Giants have been granted too much control, and even when Nexus makes a significant investment of having 3 players there, they simply haven't been able to win out the aim duels, or they haven't really had the right approach to aim duels. So Giants, of course, they have been in the driving seat so far. I'm really interested in seeing how this pause works out for them.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
it is
however,
a technical pause, though. There seems to be Xelo's
I mean,
mouse
hey,
battery
you can
is
make
dead.
use of a technical pause.
Well,
Let's just
yes,
get
of
that
course.
out there. It can be a bit of a mental reset, so I think that can still work in Nexus's favor if they wanted to. But meanwhile, if you want to check out this game, check out a few more things, get more in depth, look at the odds, you can always head over to Midnight, which is of course the head sponsor of this event, and this event would obviously not be possible without them. Remember, if you go ahead and sign up, you get a top-up bonus of 25 euros in bonuses at Midnight if you can find the player with the most kills. I mean, if you can guess the player with the most kills. I'm not going to wait for you to watch the game and then tell me who the player with the most kills. I've got the scoreboard for that as well.
And at the moment, it does seem to be Riz on the side of Giants that is edging away in that regards. Though my bet would normally probably be on Xalo. You know, I even if they lose, he tends to be pretty good. This game, however, struggling, as is the rest of his team. Only Raga really fragging on equal terms for the Nexus side. But it's not like, you know, a 9-2 scoreline against them. It's not like their kills are really reflecting how the game is going. They are, of course, behind slightly, reasonably, but 9-2 is a pretty big scoreline. So they have been keeping some of these rounds rather competitive in 1v1s at the end, 2v1s, blah, blah, blah. But it is, getting it competitive doesn't matter. You need to win it. Giants Gaming has converted a first kill into a round 8 out of 8 times, 100% conversion rate. So, well, don't give them the opening pick. Look at this aggression. This is what I wanted to see. Oh, but they get heavily gushed up. It is at least map control for Nexus, so they can now keep one player positioned there, send the rest over, so that you have at least some forward positioning.
I'm really interested in seeing how Giants will adjust to this, because I'm sure they already have some information on what just went on in tunnels. It was a pretty aggressive push, and the players were in close proximity, so they should have had the audio information. But now Giants, they're going for their bread and butter play. They're just pushing out long, which can be incredibly difficult for Nexus to defend against. Sure, you can see that Zello has an AWP, but across this range, in this angle, it might be a little difficult. Before they really get forward, though, Zello is able to reposition, and now he's in a much more favorable spot. And I'm interested in seeing whether or not Giants can deal with this. They're all very committed to long, which is problematic because the potential of a pincer play simply isn't there. Now, they're about to cross. Zello, he has to keep his eyes keen on the crosshair. Zello, you cannot afford to miss this first shot. The flashes should come out very soon from the terrorist side. Cemente finds a frag. Zello will be hitting his first shot, follows up with a second, gets the third as well as he jumps up on the ledge, and the fourth. Zello, I said he didn't have to miss a shot, but apparently he lands all 4.
Yep, locks him down. No utility thrown at all by the Giants to cross forward. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But, I mean, this is pretty massive from him. Just annihilating them one by one, even jumping on the box, feeling it at that moment. But yeah, it's just weird not seeing a single flash, especially on that angle where you're going to peek into most likely an opper. Like, you can expect that there's an op towards the A-bomb site, especially because Cello's playing there every time. So you need to either flash/smoke it to get yourselves across. And a little bit lackluster there by the Giants, or maybe they thought that a dry peek with a distraction towards B would be successful, but in this case, it does not seem to have paid off for them. Well, let's see if they will be able to get more rounds in favor of Nexus. If they get all 3 rounds, that would be absolutely massive, because if they kill off Giants right now, they would not have the cash behind them. There's going to be the utility thrown out by the Portuguese, waiting for the push forward, and it is going to be Cemente finding one, dodging the op shot. Oh, a nice jump up, but the trade frags come out. However, it's going to be a 3 versus 2 situation, a retake on that B bomb site. Still a little bit of utility left on the side of Nexus. Now it's only the smoke available. Fox is actually going to peek in with the AWP, but he just peeks out of that. Oh, Fox should have hit that shot. Close range. We have Xelo in the back, still popping shots at Fox, and Fox has to defend this pretty heavily. That can only come from one angle, and it's going to be a 1 versus 2. Fox is trying to go big for his team. He has to lock down this last one. Xelo with the AWP, but Xelo wins it, and Xelo, he doesn't have a kit. No! Does he have enough time? It should just barely be enough time to get the defuse in.
Oh, the defuse kit being close by. Very unfortunate for them. But Xelo able to get it by the skin of his teeth. Very nicely done. And NEXUS, they're starting to show us that maybe they still do have a shot on this. 9-2 was looking pretty daunting, but now if you're at 9-4, sorry, you can maybe convert it into 6 rounds. Off of that, you can start snowballing it a little bit, and it becomes a reasonable ordeal. Of course, mad props to Cemente there to be able to hold it down for that long. 2 quick kills, and that was basically what allowed them to even go into the retake with confidence. And Raga, he's building up a little bit of confidence of his own as well.
Yeah, NEXUS feeling it right now, especially Xelo. Been going pretty nuts 2 rounds in a row for his team. And now they get the opening pick. AWP on Fox is back. The rest of the team pretty much saving their cash so that they can afford to buy into the possible last round of this half. But it does seem like NEXUS 6-9 would be a pretty okay-ish recovery. Oh, just dodges the peek from the AWP. But Raga's going to shut down Fox, and they're going to push forward. Raga finds another one, and he baits out the shot. Swaps over towards his 5-7, and Nopage in towards mid will be taken down as well. This is OBJ. He's just going to rush right towards the CT, spots the head, and immediately converts to that AWP, but he's going to get pincered from every possible angle here, while DT.
Yeah, he's landed the first shot, but the 4 subsequent ones, simply not happening. And NEXUS, they seem to have brought it back significantly. 5 rounds on the board, definitely not something to scoff at, especially when you're looking at a very likely conversion into 6 rounds. However, Giants, of course, they're no slouches. They've got quite a bit of utility, and although it's not the best they could hope for, it's still very significant.
Yeah,
a few flashes to work with as well.
Yeah, they've got some decent utility. Might just be an aggressive move forward. Oh, flash in mid, a little bit scared there. The molly actually deterring them from heading up towards short immediately at the start of the round. And they're just going to be playing a default, waiting for some CT aggression to come out. Now the short hit is going to come through. And that's going to be a pretty aggressive and quick one. But they do have 3 players to quickly rotate towards that A-bomb site. And the AWP of Xelo, of course, available, which is the biggest threat of them all. The man is absolutely terrifying to deal with. Molly in the back. Will he get them on the cross? Misses the opening shot. But a heavy amount of damage being dealt with the nade. Jump down from PR. Will get spotted out by BTN. And BTN is still towards ramp. He's going to be the linchpin here. Does he find a kill? No! Fox finds the headshot. That's a beautiful take. And now Raga with a quick shot. The retake is on for NEXUS to get back this final round.
3 versus 3. Riz. Can he find the head of Raga? They're playing it very carefully. The time is ticking down. 3 CTs on their way. Raga hits the first shot. Nope and OBJ. Now they've got a daunting task of trying to defend this bomb all the way from short. There's even a smoke to try to keep them at bay. Raga hits another one. He's been going wild for his team, and now all he has to do is pull the trigger when the time is right. But nope, he's got to do frags. That spray down has suddenly become so costly, and he's found all 3. All the way from short. A 1 versus 3 will go his way, and Giants barely by the skin of their teeth, with no margin whatsoever, they're able to bring it to double digits. What a lineup from Nope. Look at that.
That is honestly so impressive, and so much faith that you have in yourself, that you have the perfect lineup to the bomb, taking down 2 players and then finishing it off on the 3rd. That is some beautiful defensive play coming out from Nope, and well, 10-5 is a little bit more disastrous for NEXUS, of course. If they lose the pistol right now, this first map might just run away out of their control. And well, we're going to start the round off with Fox getting aggressive to lower tunnels. That's information gained. They're going to push out towards A long, which is being forfeited by the Giants side and given to NEXUS. NEXUS do have 2 smokes, 2 flashes, so they can definitely make that cross towards the site happen pretty easily. But yeah, look at this big stack from the Giants. They have all the intel from Fox.
Riz, he's going to be the first point of contact. He's found 2. Have yet to find a frag, but PR, he will sweeten the deal. He's found the first one. Nope will follow up with one as well. And now it's just, yeah, it's really just about tapping those heads at this point, but it's gotten down to a 1 versus 3. And as I say that, Cementate doesn't really get a chance to fight back.
Yeah, this is what I like to see. Yes, it's a little bit risky, of course, if you go for an aggressive play on the CT side. But even one player just peeking out, scouting everything ahead, you know exactly what is going on the map. You know, okay, there's no one going B, so then, you know, the B defenders don't need to be B. So you rush them towards A, you stack A. Yes, Glock's close range can be deadly, but they kept them at just the right range as well on the Giants side to have the advantage with the pistols, and they shut the Nexus squad down pretty effectively. Now, Nexus will be forcing up into this round because they kind of want to win this first map. Otherwise, well, Inferno is a little bit of a scary map for them to deal with. Oh, Raga, he's opening up the round. I am as well with the headshot onto Riz, and they're still deadly with the Deagles. They will rush up towards A short, where there's only one A bomb site defender. Fox with the M4 in hand. He's being flanked out towards long as well. PR loses head to Raga, and now it's all on Nope and Fox to try and win this round. Nope gets himself another kill. They're double peeking him. He's going to die, and Fox is going to get flank. Well, the flank is still not there. He actually manages to get close to the site. Does he expect the player right behind him? He's running forward, though, but the Deagle headshot. I am another clean, crisp headshot, and Nexus stay in the game.
How are they so quick on their feet with those Deagles? I will never get that.
I never hit those shots. It's a talent, honestly, Deagles. It's an incredible talent, and I am especially every single time I see him play. Yes, he is one of the weakest fraggers at the moment, but he is one of the normal star players for Nexus, and he is deadly on that Deagle.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the Deagle is that it's a very fickle beast because generally, a lot of players that have a very low time to kill, which is generally what people equate with having great aim, they're not going to perform. There might be a case where they don't perform well with a Deagle because their first bullet accuracy just isn't there. So you can still be a great aimer. You can still be someone that lands their entire spray and basically wins every duel because they're just so good at spraying, and they basically win every duel very quickly. But still, if you don't land that first bullet, the Desert Eagle, it has a very different dynamic to rifles, so can often be very troubling.
Yeah, and well, it was very troubling for the Portuguese this round. Let's see if they can get anything done themselves. Of course, for Fox with the scout, the rest with the Deagle. Fox can soften them up, and the Deagles can finish the job. But the problem is utility is rather weak at the moment, and Nexus have everything still left in their inventory. They are actually rotating heavily towards that B bomb site, expecting the mid to be execute probably, and it could be the case, but of course nothing is for certain just yet. They are just going to 4-man stack the B bomb site with the scout from Fox towards A to pretty much be the linchpin over there, but no real pushes have been made at the moment. Fox gets tagged up, tags up Skello, but will lose his life, and that means it's just Giants going to save their Deagles into the next round because they can't afford to buy into the consecutive round anyway.
This is where I want to call back to the start of the first half, where Nexus, they ended up dropping the second round after winning the pistol round. So when you see a similar situation for Giants, you can see how Nexus can potentially snowball it back into both teams being on double digits, or Nexus even getting the advantage, because the CT side, their economy will be incredibly troublesome to deal with at all times. Now you're looking at Giants with 7 rounds being given up when we were looking at a much bigger deficit of 9-2. And the opportunity for subsequent rounds will also be opened up for Nexus because Giants, they simply don't have the same economic prowess to be able to challenge them at the moment.
Yeah, this will be, of course, an eco round, but, you know, an eco with 4 Deagles.
Another force buy without the force buy.
Yeah, exactly. Always fun. It seems Nexus called a technical pause, so maybe the batteries he put in the mouse were dead, so he has to get new batteries or something. Let's see if they will hopefully resolve that issue momentarily.
Yeah, if they're not rechargeable, we just wait 30 minutes. He's just sitting there looking at his USB cable to recharging his mouse. The caster is just talking about the mouse being recharged for 30 minutes. Just never stops.
Oh, it's now at 21%. Oh, 22!
But hey, if you want to get hyped about actual odds and not the percentage on a mouse being recharged, maybe you can go head over to Midnight where you can place a bet, and there are very, very interesting games there. Like you can get a €25 bonus on Midnight if you can find out, or well, if you can guess who's going to have the most kills. So interesting options there.
Yeah, definitely a very interesting deal to be made on Midnight, making this entire tournament possible. Of course, our betting sponsor this time. Oh, look at that animation.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, long pause. Maybe we should count the percentages in the mouse. Hopefully they will... okay, there seems to have been ping issues going on at the moment for the Nexus side of things. Personally... not living in Romania, so I don't know how good their internet is over there. But with COVID and Netflix and everything, tend to really struggle in some regions with
there have been
issues.
There have been a lot of infrastructural breakdowns because of COVID. I obviously, because of where I'm from, it's a lot more difficult here, and yeah, getting internet service not the easiest of tasks.
Well, hopefully. Oh, there we have a dropper coming down, and let's see, it is Raga, which is actually kind of interesting because a couple of weeks ago, most of the time, Nexus had to find a substitute, and that was exactly because Raga kept having issues or was not able to play. So always a little bit dangerous if you see Raga dropping out of the server, a little bit scared that they might have to bring their sub, which I think is MHN normally. He is coming back. Hopefully it's resolved so that they can continue, because Nexus are on the road for a possible comeback here.
Yeah, it would be really unfortunate to watch them lose it to ping issues and whatnot.
Yeah, especially because new player also has to warm up first, and MHN has subbed with them multiple times, but yeah.
This is the turning point for Nexus right now. If they can piece together a few rounds in a row, then they're definitely set for a comeback. And Giants will, of course, be on the receiving end because they're playing on the CT side now, which can, of course, be incredibly difficult to deal with on Dust 2.
Well, we are back in action. There we have, of course, those Deagles saved on the side of the Giants. P250 picked up by OBJ. And let's see if they can get something done. Of course, long pauses coming out, and we might see some aggression from either of the quick aggression. That's normally what you tend to see once a round is paused for a while, to see if the enemy team is still sleeping. You quickly aggress forward, flash coming out towards A long, and they're trying to retake it, but the jiggle peeking Deagle from Fox is still terrifying, and OBJ close range with the P250, same thing. They're going to leave A long, but they're going to head out A short. Riz, can he get the Deagle headshots? He does get a lot of connections, though. Xello is down to 25 HP. These Deagles, headshot onto Xello. Does get traded out, though, but Fox is still towards ramp, close range that you have to be very careful of. Luckily enough, I am finding himself some crisp, clean kills with Raga, and now it's all over for the side of Giants. They will, of course, only get one kill for their troubles, but this will be a buy round coming out for the Giants. Actually, will they even? Yeah, they should buy, but it's not going to be the strongest buy.
Yeah, this is where Giants are definitely going to struggle for them to pick up Deagles in the subsequent round. That basically took away any opportunity they had of having a decent buy in this one. So I really respect their decision of going for the long haul instead, and they focus on just having a light buy. They know they can have a force buy and still have a decent shot while also maintaining their chances at having a good gun round. So you can really respect that. I mean, having a shoddy buy with no utility, it's not really that much better than a force buy. So
yeah,
very good decision from them.
Yeah, you really kind of want the AWP on Fox in Fox's hands when it comes to a buy round. They are flanking A quickly, and Riz gets the headshot onto BTN. Opening pick there for the CTs. Tag onto Xello. He's down to 15 HP, and OBJ aggresses in.
Okay.
And Fox gets the headshot. Oh no! What is happening? Do they even get a kill? Yes, they do, but it's all over. IAM gets overwhelmed, and the pistols. It's always the damn pistols, Wild DT.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying, force buy, not too much worse than having weapons with no utility.
Yeah, utility is very important, especially for the CT sides, mollies, and
Unless you're giants
smokes.
with Deagles, and in that case, you don't really need utility. You just need your crosshair placement to be on point.
Oof, Fox tagged up. Is trying to re-peek mid, so does have to be a little bit careful. But yeah, at least opening damage in favor of the Nexus squad. They are still on the road to recover this one, though, with that opening tag. Will they be able to bamboozle their opponents or not? It is still early rounds. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. They have played a default on both sides, but Nexus have not shown their hand at all. There's just a little bit of map control gaming coming out from the Romanian squad.
Now, what? that was an interesting nade, and Raga apparently starts entry fragging with grenades this time around. I really like that. The attention to detail to be able to sniff out the AWP on the other side of the smoke, but this AUG is going wild. Riz, he's found 2 frags and he's looking for more. He's repositioned on long, and now the ball is in the court of Nexus to try to get something done. Giants have somehow brought it back, even in the face of losing 2 players at the start. Riz, flashbang comes out, allowing OBJ to aggress forward, but he will lose his life. Zello will be left in a 1 versus 2.
what
He
does
tries
he
to
do?
run away, but
It was Riz
It's
anyway
stuck
that killed him,
mid-animation.
but the quick switch, it's something that a lot of players still tend to do, but I see it so happen so often where they quick switch, and that's the worst time to quick switch.
yeah, especially when you just see someone die right in front of you, you're like, oh yeah, this seems like an appropriate time to quick switch. I feel.
That's probably a miss, like just like when you see people
Yeah.
randomly jumping, you're like, oh, he got spooked.
Oh yeah. I actually don't think that was a misclick. He switched over to the knife and then he ran into the box. What I think he was trying to do was that he was trying to avoid the line of fire from Riz by getting behind the boxes because he thought that Riz hadn't crossed over yet. But of course, bumping into the box didn't make things any easier.
No, it definitely did not. And now the Giants, well, luckily enough, Nexus still have a decent buy. But look at that HP that they've already lost at the start of the round. I am down to 40, Raga down to 19. That's not a great start here for the Nexus side of things. Fox, of course, slightly tagged again. Does need to be careful for some stray nades in this round as in the previous. But Nope is aggressively peeking out mid, does spot a player up on top of red, so that's at least information gained that they're close towards mid. There is a cross possibly happening anytime soon because OBJ is boosted up towards the box and should be able to catch the players out. He is even ducked away, dodging any possible flashes coming through so he can walk forward. OBJ gets himself a double, is going to burn in the molly, but nonetheless, it's a man advantage. However, Xeno finds himself two, one of them being a molly kill, of course. Minty just walks into the side and taps away with his deagle to find the kill onto PR. Bomb is going to go down, but it's going to be a 2-on-2 retake situation. And weapons does still slightly favor the Giant side of things, but that doesn't mean anything. They just need to get that quick headshot with the or body shot with the AWP to get it done. Secondary rifle recovered for Nexus. And close range Cemente, does he have the cojones to peek in aggressively? Fox, no, he misses the shot. And rain down from above is not going to be successful for Riz. And Nexus win the round and keep themselves going in this first map.
Yeah, time and time again, Nexus look like they're close to making a comeback, but with the amount of upsets the Giants is able to come up with, it's looking a little alarming. if you're on the side of Nexus. But of course, having only a 4-round deficit is definitely a lot easier than what we saw earlier. 9-2. Much more of an uphill battle. Now, both teams going for a relatively slow approach. Even though they did try to aggress forward on long, their attempts were denied by the Molotov. And now I think they're going for a bit more of mid control. Flashbang at the ready. BTN looking to sneak Raga forward.
Yeah, that flash needs to blind off Fox. It does not. He gets the kill and falls back. Opening pick of the round for the Giants. We saw their statistic in the previous half where they won 8 out of 8 rounds where they had the opening pick. So this is not great for Nexus if you think about that statistic. However, statistics can always just tell part of the story. Let's see if they can recover here on the side of Nexus. They're trying to make the mid-cross happen, but the spray from OBJ shuts 2 down. That means the last 2 players are towards short. Fox with the AWP in hand. They're completely stuck, and they are just easy pickings for Fox. Even gets the tag through the wall there. Xelo is crossing in, but he peeks into Riz's AUG, and the Giants are 2 rounds away from stealing away Nexus's map pick.
Yeah, after that first op pick and OBJ spray down, I don't think that Nexus really had much of a chance. Everything else, very easy pickings indeed. So, with Giants being only 2 rounds away, things are looking like it might be deja vu for Nexus. I think the previous scoreline was very similar as well, and I think things are going to end the same way. Now, Fox has already found the first frag, and up against a Nexus that is only operating with the pistols. Let's see if they can even get onto a bomb site. Fox, flashbang at the ready, will be going through the fire and flames to even try to get something done, but with the MAC-10, Raga will reign supreme. He's already found
What?
He gets stabbed through the smoke because his body is visible even though he feels a sense of confidence in the smoke.
Oh, PR though.
Man, oh man. He's brought it back. I am a 1v3. His Deagle has been spotted, but it won't be successful. Like his history has showed it to be.
Well, that is a bit problematic. That move from Fox, yes, there was only one B bomb site defender, but he tried to rush through the smoke with an AWP against pistols, which normally does not end well for you, which in this case it did. It's a very risky move that most of the time just brings your team in a more unfavorable position than a favorable one.
Yeah, I think that was just a bit of miscoordination between the B player and a Fox pushing through because they would expect to aggress together. But now all of that is said and done. Giants, they just need to get one more round, and the economy of Nexus is completely exhausted. They're on a single Galil with 4 Deagles to supplement it. I am step by step. He's going forward. BTN, he's found the first frag, but Riz, he's making it hell for them with the AUG, just not allowing them any comfort, but comfort will be granted. Azelo, he's found the first frag, cannot follow it up. Cemente, 1v3, Deagle in hand, misses the shot, and there it is. GGWP, Giants win the first map, 16-9 in a very similar fashion as to what we saw historically, but stay tuned. Nexus still do have a shot in maps number 2 and 3, and we'll be right back.
Initialize booting.
Giants versus Nexus. And you already know the Giants have won the first map. Map number 2 is Inferno, and the knife round has already been won by Nexus. It is I, Wild Deity, and I am joined by a DK Truman.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Of course, and map number 1, which was Giants' pick, was Nexus' pick was won by the Giants, and now they are heading on to what is arguably Giants' most comfortable map. They've played it twice as many as any of their other maps. Nexus not that well versed on Inferno, 38% win rate, not too wonderful. However, this is 9-5, and it tends to happen that teams steal each other's map picks, so it's not over just anytime soon. Let's see, Giants are starting on that T side. It is still slightly CT side normally. I'm quickly just going to go over and see if both these teams tend to prefer the CT side or the T side. It does seem to be CT side for Nexus, but T-sided, pretty heavily T-sided for the Giants.
Oh, Cemente, double nades coming his way, but he gets away with a bit of a scratch. 59 HP, nothing to scoff at. But Giants, they're looking to take control of Banana. They haven't quite committed to it just yet, and the bomb seems to be going all the way back. A flashbang comes out to allow them to peek forward. Riz does move to the sandbags, but it doesn't seem like Giants is fully committed to this take. Back and forth engagements. Nexus still have 3 players in close vicinity, and although one player is rotating back, he can come back at a moment's notice. Fox gets the first trade frag, but now the ball is in the court of the T's. What are they going to do with it?
Well, a quick rotation towards A, because they rotated the second player towards B bomb site, so it is going to be a 4 versus 2 take coming through. Xelo does spot a player out going towards Arch, which is Fox. I am on the site, he has to go big, drops 2, that is massive, almost 3, and bomb control. They also knew where Fox was. He does manage to get 1, but does not expect Xelo to be that close, and that is the opening round in favor of the Romanian squad. Wild Deity.
Oh yeah, speaking of things being in favor, however, if you want to look at the odds, if you want to check out some betting, you can always go over to Midnight, which of course is the big boy sponsor of this tournament. You can always get 25 euros in bonuses at Midnight when you bet on the player with the most kills. So go ahead and check it out. Doesn't take too long. Now, Nexus, first round on the board already, and a pretty significant, a pretty convincing round of that.
Yeah, I was a little bit silent on Dust 2. Of course, a couple of massive Deagle kills in his favor, but overall, not what I expected from him. Now, he is back in the game, though. And with that opening round, getting himself 3 kills with the USP, definitely a great start. Cell playing Offang. It is going to be the peak forward. IAM gets himself 2, is already on 5 kills for his team. Smoke comes out, and OBJ and Riz need to try and, well, recover the round at this point, which is going to be problematic unless they get some absolutely god-level Deagle headshots coming forward.
Now, OBJ and Riz, they can take a 2 versus 2, and the good thing about this is that if they decide to peek forward and try to challenge the player in pit, they can take a couple pot shots before they even have to take a 2v2. They can basically make it a 2 versus 1, but Raga, he finds an isolated duel, and he will be taking down OBJ. Riz left all to his lonesome, just trying to do some damage, but this angle will probably be a little too powerful for him. Nexus, 2-0 lead. Pretty good stuff.
And now it's going to be that eco territory for the Giants. Maybe just go for a quick eco rush or play it slower so that you can discuss what kind of strat you want to do in the next round. If they get the bomb plant in this round, that would already be pretty great. They are picking up a bunch of Deagles, though. 4 Deagles and a P250. So definitely have the possibility to deal some economic damage to the side of Nexus. Look at this quick rush from Xelo, getting overly aggressive and taken down by OBJ, one in tunnels as well, tapping away but not getting the connection. However, it is the opening pick in favor of Nexus, in favor of Giants, and that means they have the advantage this round.
Yeah, overly aggressive is right. Xelo, he's already lost the first duel, and that means the Giants can take it at their own pace. Sure, you can say that Nexus have a significant weaponry advantage, but it'll still be a little tricky for them. And the Eagles can always be very, very threatening. Making their way towards Banana now. BTN should be able to get the first kill off this off angle, but that's not going to be the case.
Oh, no.
Even gets shot in the back. The B side is theirs for the taking. This should just be a smoke and a flash to secure the site. They don't even have a smoke, but they don't care. They can cross. It doesn't even matter. They can get the bomb down comfortably and take this 5 versus 3. Fox gets a little too eager to get the fight going, but he'll have to back off now. Let's see if this retake works out for them.
This is a troublesome affair. You are up against Eagles and some upgraded weapons. There's going to be Riz getting the pick on the retake. PR, taken down by Raga. Now it's all on to Nopage and OBJ. OBJ is playing off-ang towards Banana. They need to clear outside first, but the time is ticking down, and they don't have a smoke to cover off Banana. There's going to be Raga trying to stick it. The P coming out. Will OBJ be taken down? He's going to go for the full stick. Actually doesn't have a kit on his back, but should just barely be able to make it for Nexus. Oh, that was a little bit too close for comfort there on the Romanian side, but they do manage to win the round. Absolutely massive eco from Giants.
Yeah, insane amounts of damage, and well, honestly, you still have to commend Raga and IM for their efforts in that round, because they got 3 and 2 kills respectively. And sure, up against pistols, it can still be a daunting task if you've already given up the bomb site, if you're already on the retake. So good save from Nexus, but at the same time, there's a lot of economic damage that went their way. Nice little nade from IM. It'll at least tag up PR just enough to be in close range. Well, not really even in close range headshot territory, because he'll still be 1 point away from death. Zello getting a little cocky here. Tries to go through the fire. Doesn't quite find anyone aggressing forward through the smoke. Flashbang at the ready. Now, Nexus have a pretty serious commitment to the A bomb site because they have such confidence in Zello being able to hit his shots and lock it down. And why shouldn't they? Because Zello, he's gotten the first kill, and now he can safely back off.
Yeah, opening pick that coming through. There's the peek out mid, but the crossfire is ready. 1-for-1 trade. Could be a lot better or worse here. AWP pinning down Raga as well with the rifle of Nope, and it's all on the last two CTs. BTN inside, Xello rotating from that B bomb site. The smokes are going to make sure that he can't get anything done close range. Oh, they walk past BTN. This is massive, but OBJ, he still manages to get the kill onto BTN. That's absolutely gigantic that BTN doesn't get more out of that one. And Xello, 1 versus 2, AWP in hand. Money is tight here for the side of Nexus. Not really so sure if he should go for this rather problematic take. Just waiting for someone to peek into the smoke and possibly lose their life. And I would otherwise just recommend Xello to save that up, and that is exactly what he's going to do.
This is really worrying for the side of Nexus because they had Zello alone on the B side and they had confidence in him. They had that part down right. But then you have 4 players on A and you're still not able to hold it down. When Zello has pretty much cleared all of Banana, he's gotten the first frag, he has a flashbang at the ready, you know that the players are funneled in towards apartments in mid, and that is where the aggression is going to be. And even when it's redirected to the site that basically has a stack with guns blazing, you're unable to find the frag, so bit of a slip-up by Nexus.
Yeah, a little bit, but, well, Nexus, they do still have a solid enough buy. 2 M4s, a FAMAS, and a Deagle, with, of course, Xello on that AWP, all you really need. He's going to peek in. Oh, never mind, not all you need. He gets taken down, and they fall back on PR rotation, quickly being made towards the B bomb site, and that's the op dropped on the ground. You can just toss that one away from this map because you don't need a double AWP on the T side anyway, and you really don't want to give the your opponents the chance to recover that one later on. They seems to be the execute coming out towards that B bomb site. Rotations are far to be made. Right beyond the smoke, it is BTN with the Deagle in hand. He's trying to get himself a catch.
Oh,
BTN gets
oh
himself
my,
a triple.
oh my.
Oh, BA. Beautiful right there, Wild Deity.
That is absolute destruction, just spraying away with the Deagle, making it look like an AK. There's one. the second, and the third. Just, that would have been the Giants' round if he wasn't able to pull that off. So insane stuff from him. Honestly, just no words.
Well, definitely no words in that one. That was beautiful stuff. Xelo gets the opening pick onto Fox, falls back. Of course, it is an eco from the Giants, but we've seen how much damage they can do in an eco previously. Will they be able to get some more damage done this round as well? Well, the Giants looking a little bit lost, even though T-side is more their forte on Inferno, statistically speaking. So definitely expecting them to come back into this one. Deagle spotting it out. Will they be able to lock this down? Spray comes out, but it is going to be the kill coming through. Beat down with an HE grenade. Gets taken down by PR, and the bomb site has been secured. However, the bomb is not in control of the T's. They need to run all the way back towards ramp. They could even rotate towards the A bomb site right now, but OBJ is not going to risk it. He is going to run towards that B site. Honestly, they don't have a smoke. He can't even make the cross happen. This is a little bit dangerous here to try and get the bomb plant in. Oh, headshot onto Raga immediately, and that is, well, an easy cross to be made. Nade flies through, tags down OBJ to 30, and a trade frag coming in. But Raga's down to 8 HP. Xelo with the AWP in hand is going to get double peeked, and PR shuts them both down. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Giants. And again, just a very limited buy from Giants that gets so much success.
And this seems to be an underlying theme across their game so far. I mean, yeah, we've only seen Dust 2, but based on how many rounds it happened in and the fact that it happened again, they're very good at working with limited resources. The question is, can Nexus replicate that kind of success? Because, sure, we saw BTN go crazy with a Deagle when the resources weren't going his way, but can the rest of the team suffice?
That's a nice little nade there in apps. Okay. Pretty efficient one from Nope, bouncing all the way towards the stairs on the right side. But yeah, they've got complete banana control on the side of Giants. Up against pistols, lackluster pistols at that. Only Xelo with the Deagle in apps. The rest of them all on USPs. And it is pretty much the waiting game right now. They're crawling into the site. Fox gets headshotted immediately. Semente gets himself a kill, but traded out. Oh my god, Semente gets himself 2 kills with the USP towards that B bomb site. Those weapons can be recovered. They're going to immediately rush towards the A site. But Xelo, close range with the Deagle. Can he get himself some damage dealt? No, he does not. And it's all on, well, the rotations are being made. There are actually no weapons recovered just yet. Finally, Semente picks up the AK. Deagle by IM. He's crawling from short. Finds the headshot onto PR. There is a rush from Raga immediately on towards the site, but if they just waited a little bit longer, they could have gone with a 3-man pounds. 8K for Semente. IM with the Deagle. Definitely very deadly players right now for the T's to deal with Giants. This is getting scary territory, but they are delaying the bomb site retake, and it is going to be the Giants winning it. But again, these pistols, Wild Duty on both sides, scary every single time.
Yeah, they can be scary, but the problem is, if Giants can get this streak going, it'll always be very difficult for Nexus to come back from it, because you're looking at an incredibly shoddy buy. Utility is lackluster. If they end up losing this round, and they have, even in very favorable situations like that stack they had over towards A, you can quickly see Giants coming back from what was a 4-1 to start things off. Great kickoff for Nexus, but it's slowly turning into a Giants game. Now, lacking armor on the CT side as well. Riz, he'll be able to cast the player that is getting a little too cocky, and Semente's shown his cards. He's given up his position, and he has to back off. Riz, he's barely clutching onto his life, but he's still alive, so it is still a 5 versus 3.
But quick couple of kills in favor of the Giants, and round is looking troublesome here for Nexus. And as you said, they might string a bunch of these rounds in a row, and that could be fairly problematic for the Romanians because, well, if they lose this map, they're out of here. Nice catch from Semente onto Riz. Is going to fall back towards the side. Rotation being made by Raga, but inside apps. IM does get a stab in onto PR, but loses his life because they thought that it was going to be for certain a beat take. Raga over peaks out of market, and that is going to be the round lost in favor of the Giants right now. Look at Cementy just rushing down Banana at the moment. He's on the flank already, but OBJ, he hears him step. OBJ knows he's nearby, and OBJ will find the final kill of the round. Giants 4-4 tie up the scoreline.
Yeah, but the scoreline can be a little deceiving because you're looking at Nexus on the CT side, the favorable side, pretty close to giving up the advantage to Giants because they don't have a buy right now. They're looking to scrape together P250s. They have a couple nades as well for maybe an orbital cannon down middle or Banana, but
Artillery,
there
let's
it
go.
is. There it is.
Oh,
It doesn't really work out for them.
Oh, Cemented does find the headshot onto Fox, though. Spray down, is it going to be enough control? A little bit of damage being dealt. Well, IM does a lot of damage, but will eventually lose his life. And for the investment they made, while deity definitely worthwhile, but Nexus, they need to start winning rounds again.
Yeah, the nades didn't really work out, but for them to be able to come back from that and still do significant damage with pistols, very impressive stuff. But when you're looking at Giants with even $8,000 on PR, $5,000 on Fox, it'll be very difficult to whittle their economy down, especially with the kind of economic damage Nexus themselves have been sustaining. So, advantage has been given up. Pretty standard 3-2 setup coming out from the CT side with a lot more focus on short than there is on arches. Just one player ready for the rotation, should that come through, and it is going to be Zello with the AWP. Flashbang comes out, Raga, Molotov out, can't quite find the shots in. Nope, we'll be able to find him along with Riz. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Zello turns around to find a player on short. He's looking for more action. It's a 2 versus 4, and Riz, he's trying to play his cards right, but it comes down to a 1v1. Fox, bomb in hand, Cemente on his trail. Can he get it done? Gives away his position. Smoke goes out, and he gets caught with his pants down because the reload. Oh, man. Not really in his favor.
Nope, but that means the score is going to be tied up 5-5. Money is pretty decent enough on the side of Giants, so they're pretty much okay to buy up into this round anyway. But Nexus, the lucky thing is they keep that op alive. They don't actually have the best funds on the side of Nexus either way, so it's not going to be the best buy, as you can see. FAMAS, SMG. Utility will be pretty okay, 3 kits, so it could be better. It could also be worse. They will need to win this round on the side of Nexus, though. Giants would still have an okay-ish buy if they lose this round. Flash to keep OBJ away. The shot with the AWP is missed, but he does have backup from his teammate. Another flash coming out. They're going to fall back. And BTN trying to over-aggress inside Banana, but is going to fall back afterwards. And, well, Banana control has been forfeited to the Giants.
Yeah, they've both had to go passive now. The Molotov will allow the T's to push up close, but they don't actually need to push up close because the presence has been shown there. They don't actually need to aggress forward, and as the players are huddled up in B, the actual presence is making its way down mid. PR, he's already made his way through the smoke. He's about to push through. Zello has to back off. He's got an op on his hands, and it'll be a very difficult hold here. Flashbang goes out. Giants still have yet to get their foot through the door, but they've sold this so well to the Nexus side. They've thrown so many smokes, they've thrown so many flashes, and they still have 2 players ready and waiting to catch out the flank. And as that goes on, a mean broth is being cooked up towards B, because that's where the real bomb is. BTN, he's going to have to hold on to dear life as 3 players come his way from Banana and 2 from CT. There is a secondary player on the B side, but it'll be incredibly difficult for him to hold it down, and as he will fall. Zello will drop as well. IM 1v3, AK in hand. Can't quite find anything.
Yeah, not much you can do right there. It's just save territory. As I said, their money is tight on Nexus. The only thing that they'll have next round is that AK, and possibly if he wants to buy up of course, a little bit more, but it is going to be the Giants taking the lead back again against Nexus. And, well, the T side, their aggression on this Portuguese team looking pretty good, pretty solid on their end. Will Nexus, however, be able to recover is the big question, because they are going to be swapping over towards their T side afterwards, which, well, Giants are weaker on their CT side than their T side, but Nexus are weaker on their T side than the CT side. So both are now playing on their best, well, their best map sides on Inferno. Whereas after the map switch, they're both playing on their worst. And then it's going to be a battle of who is worse on their worst possible side. That is,
or who's better on their worst side.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, true. But, I like to think as a glass half empty kind of guy, pessimist all round.
The problem is that Giants, even if they are on the CT side, and if it is allegedly their weaker side, it's still favorable in the grand scheme of things, because Inferno is CT sided. Now, not much of a buy in the hands of Nexus. They have a couple deagles to boot. They don't really have armor, and IM will be the only one that has significant weaponry because he was able to save it from the previous round. I really like this, though. Unorthodox position from him to try to get the first duel going.
A close range 5-7 is pretty scary, because you can just tap away while you left, right constantly, and spook off your opponent's Fox. Close range is going to toss in the smoke, and they're going to disengage from long, but IM gets the opening pick. Nope trades it out with a double. Rush through the smoke from Raga is not going to be successful, and all of a sudden the A side has been lost, but the bomb has not been picked up yet towards the T ramp area. Riz is going to be rushing towards that A bomb site, which of course is in Portuguese control, and it's looking very much like another Giants round coming in momentarily.
Cemente, he's trying to creep past the smoke, but I think Nope has spotted him. Yep, there it is. BTN, AK in hand, and I think he's made the same decision as IM did. Tuck his tail, run away, live to see another day.
It does save an AK at least, so can drop it to an ally. Maybe even with the last round bonus, afford an AWP. Well, they should be able to afford an AWP, I think, in this upcoming round, which Xelo really, really needs. Because he's been hitting some pretty nice shots, but hasn't had it as much. I am, in the meantime, on the side of Nexus, 15-7 on him. So he's definitely stepped up his game since that Dust 2 map. But they need him to, well, actually, they need the rest of the team to chime in as well, because Nexus need these last couple of rounds against the Giants.
Speaking of chiming in, look at that cool little animation chiming in. And you know what it's talking about? It's talking about Midnight, where you can bet 25 euros in bonuses if you can bet on the player that will get the most kills. So go ahead and check them out if you can. Now, Giants, they're looking to make a pretty aggressive play towards Banana. There's nades coming galore. BTN has already lost more than half of his HP. And although there's a pretty significant commitment from Nexus as well in the form of utility, it'll be very tough to hold this down. Cemente has to back off, even though he tried to take the position of BTN. They'll both have to huddle up eventually. Passivity is the name of the game right now, as Banana control has been given up. Fox, sole aggressor in the A apartments, to try to maybe catch someone off guard, but with the position IM is playing, it'll be very difficult for him to creep past the smoke. Ooh, look at that attention to detail. IM, it doesn't drop off with a sound, so Fox would not have a clue of whether or not he can maybe get a stab in the back.
Well, he probably will once this execute comes out towards that B bomb site, because it should call in a rotation, and that gives a chance for the Fox peak to come through. But it is definitely going to be that B bomb site hit. The rotations are a little bit far away, and there's going to be a push forward behind the pillar. He gets spotted out, but do they expect first oranges? Rag and BTM both get themselves a kill, and BTM gets himself 2. BTM gets himself 3 in the round, and that makes it very doable here for the Nexus side to try and recover this round. Of course, OBJ does not want that to happen. He still has the AWP in hand. Can he pretty much sort this out into 1v1v1s? No, they're just going to triple peek together. The flash is going to land right in front of him. Does have a molly in hand. They don't actually have anything to get rid of this molly, but the time is still on the side of Nexus. They have plenty of time to lock him down. Is he going to go for the aggressive peek? Op shot missed by both oppers right there, but this time Excello is not going to whiff the shot, and it is going to be the defuse coming in for Nexus, making sure that this first half of the second map is at least going to stay tight.
Yeah, any chance they had at getting that 1v3 going, that withered away as he missed the first shot. So Nexus are able to hold it down for a little bit longer, and this is a much more competitive offering than what we saw on Dust 2. I mean, we saw that starting off something like, what, 10-5, I believe the first half score was, and it was even 9-2 at some point, so even there, Nexus had to make a bit of a comeback, but now a much spicier game this time around. Zello, he's already been tagged up before the round really starts. And as a star player, it is a big, big burden to deal with.
Well, that is not what you want to have happen to your AWP player. But of course, with the op,
also the one with
problematic.
4 pieces of futility, by the way, and they will all be for nothing. Raga, he peeks out wide, AUG in hand, has found the first frag, but can he find more? IM is in an excellent position to get 2 quick kills if he can effectively use Raga's positioning. He's peeking out slowly. Can he capitalize? Does find one, but it'll come down to BTN to try to hold down the site, and with in between 2 duels, he'll only be able to find one. OBJ versus Cemente.
Again, Cemente has to win a 1v1 clutch for the round, and it is gonna get lost because OBJ hits the quick shot, and that is gonna be Giants at least winning the half, which is problematic for Nexus. Their money is also not looking in a favorable position. Last round of this half, will it be a 7-8 or a 9-6? The Nexus squad is going to do their utmost to try and recover this one, but weapons not looking too great. They do have decent enough utility though, and hopefully we'll get to see some solid aggression to gain some information for that squad. Banana control. Well, there's going to be an aggressive peek from BTN. This is what I was talking about. A little bit of aggression going in favor of Nexus to get some map control and possibly lock down any Giants pushes. Fox finds the opening pick on BTN, and that's a big issue there because, well, Giants are really good at converting opening picks into round wins, and IM loses life. The top fragger on the side of Nexus taken down. This is looking very much like a 9-6 scoreline.
Ooh, there it is. PR. He's got another frag. It's a 5v2, and with this kind of weaponry, these numbers, obviously Giants take it away 9-6, and it's an excellent first half for them, but not so good for Nexus considering they were on the CT side.
And not too wonderful on their part, but they will be swapping over to the T side. Let's see if Nexus can get their aggression going, and if they win the pistol, they'll probably be 9-9 scored, and maybe even be able to take this map away from the Giants, who are calling a tactical timeout on their opening round.
This is a good call from them, considering the fact that you said they don't really like playing on the CT side. So having everything in order to begin with, very important stuff, because this first round is the difference between Nexus getting the equalizer or Giants just bringing it to a scoreline where it's just incredibly difficult to come back from, maybe taking it to 11-6, even 12-6 if some poor economic decisions are made on the Nexus side.
Well, let's see what they can get done. They're going to stack the B-bomb site with 3 CTs at the start of the round, waiting for a peek so that Fox can confirm people are pushing in Banana, and then they can yeet that nade in so that it at least does something in the round. Close range. And this is a pretty nice setup here. Close range Fox. There's going to be the peak coming out. PR gets the open. Oh my god, he gets 2 quick taps to the face. And Giants are 2 players ahead in this round. They even aggress in Banana so that they've got good control. Falling back, B Banana control completely in favor of Giants, and now they will be able to stack that A bomb site pretty heavily. Raga close range. No, OBJ gets himself a kill as well, and it's all on IM and Cemente to shut down this Giants defense, but it is a troublesome affair. There's going to be pistol taps everywhere, and will they even be able to secure a kill? Not a single kill there for Nexus in the second pistol.
That is unfortunate. Giants, they're looking truly gigantic in this pistol round, completely denying any opportunity for Nexus to even make a dent in their defense. Now, the question is, what kind of buy does Nexus go for? They're going for a force buy. If this does not work out for them, you're looking at a 12-6 scoreline from Giants, and that is incredibly tough to come back from.
Well, they do have Deagles in their hands, and they've got IM on their team. Will they be able to get themselves the picks that are necessary to turn this in their favor? Nexus, of course. If they don't, it's probably looking like a 12-6 scoreline, which is, you know, a pretty long road to recovery, and the Giants looking in prime position to take this 2-0. And, yeah, let's see what they can get done. They have a little bit of utility on their side. Close range Deagle from IM could be incredibly dangerous, though. And they're playing all the way in the back of the site. Flash coming out. And the smoke is also making sure that IM can't push anywhere further. But Nexus are just playing, whittling down with the time. Baiting out all the utility the Giants have left. That nade onto IM, a little bit nasty there, close range. BTN gets heavily tagged out from long. Rotation towards the side. And they're just going to be playing a pretty solid defensive angles. Another nade coming out, close range. IM tap, tap, tap away, doesn't find the kill. And Fox is going to peek out short. Will lose his life, though, to Raga's Tech 9. And that gives them another good advantage here. However, the rotation is being made towards the CT area of the map. No page. He's just pretty much prize shooting right there. They're so heavily tagged on the T side. Every single player on their end is tagged up, and IM is still on that flank position all the way in the back of Dark. PR is hidden. Has to just drop the bomb, and that's the round over. That's the bomb dropped. And
that's the round over.
Yep, that's just it. Simple as pie, and that's going to be Giants 11-6 coming through.
Yeah, and like I said, potential 12-6. At this point, Nexus, if you're Nexus, you're at the bottom of a very steep hill. You're looking up, summit's very far, and you have $2,000 in the bank. That's unfortunately not enough for the kind of climbing equipment you need to overcome this obstacle.
Yeah, they're going to be picking up a couple of deagles on the side of Nexus. Maybe get a little bit of, you know, lucky skill headshot. Like that, Cello finds the opening pick onto Fox, who of course thinks, oh, they're on an eco, so there's nothing to fear. But they still have very deadly players. They will, however, get rid of the deadliest of them all. IM is down for the count. Who hasn't really been fragging that much in the last couple of rounds. And they just get the bomb control as well. Cemente, last man standing with P2 Fiddy in hand. We'll just jump right into the crosser of PR. And while DRT, now we finally have ourselves the first full gun round of the Nexus T side.
Yeah, this is make or break for Nexus. If they lose this round, loss bonus is $3,400, and with how deep they've plunged their hands into their pockets already, it'll be incredibly difficult to come back from it. Then you're looking at 14-6 if Giants end up winning this round, but all hope is not lost. Nexus definitely can come back from this. You've mentioned that their T side is excellent, so I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that action. I am now creeping into apartments, but Riz is there on the defense. It's just way too difficult for IM to try to get something done when there's two players watching the same angle. And they'll be able to back off comfortably. That's the star player being taken out, the top fragger of the team. And PR will be digging 2 more graves, 2 more coffins, and 2 more pieces of soil being covered up. Now, Raga and Zello have to try to claw their way back into it. Utility is present, but when you have only 2 players left, you can't even really go for a significant trade duel.
Yeah, now you just gotta be better and take them out completely, especially a player still boosted up towards flower beds is a big problem. Because you kind of need to immediately peek in that angle, which not everyone technically would do. The smoke and Molly coming out to try and deter them, and there's going to be the rush through the smoke. PR gets himself one, jump down from no base to get himself the second, only losing 1 player on the Giants, 13-6, and this might just be a very quick 2-0 with the funds left on the Nexus side.
Yeah. Initially, we thought that we said that this was looking to be a much more competitive game when it was at 7-6, but now it is looking like a similar affair to what we saw on Dust 2, and unfortunately, this is what history has shown us. Fox, quick little flashbang, unable to quite land the shot, a few pixels away, but it happens.
Well, it is going to be pretty aggressive moves towards apps right now from Nexus, something that they haven't run that much so far. Fox with the AWP in hand, he's just waiting for someone to peek out Boiler, but he's just going to get smoked off. Okay, interesting smoke. Completely whiffed. Right now, PR's even hiding inside the smoke out towards A-Long. Just to add insult to injury if they run forward. He's going to peek out a little bit too soon. Op shot from Fox, not going to get the connection. He manages to fall back towards the site, though. And it is CT control for the Nexus side of things. No Page needs to quickly Usain Bolt his way back towards the B bomb site to defend it against these Ts, who will pretty much have a reasonably free bomb site to secure. Should be able to get the bomb plant in safely as well. Xelo spots out No Page towards Banana and manages to win out that dual close range. Fox, does he get the catch? Yes, he does. Gets blinded, but still manages to find the kill nonetheless. The rotation is coming out a little bit on the later part of the round by OBJ. 3 versus 2 retake coming out, but a CZ and a Tech 9 can still do massive amounts of work from this short range. It is going to be BTN getting 1 kill, Cemente getting the second, and OBJ taken down again. The pistols come a clutching.
Yeah, this is another spanner in the works. Nexus, time and time again, it feels like they're down, but they're not out quite yet. 6-round deficit, almost as big as the number of rounds they've already gotten, so they would have to almost double their points to be competitive to the Giants right now. At least their economy is still serviceable for the next couple of rounds if they can just piece together 2 more. And with the way the Giants' economy is, it might be a little easier than we think. PR completely clearing out Banana, and with some supportive flashbangs, they're able to isolate Banana entirely. So they know that the Nexus players must be funneled in towards apartments, or they must be channeling their efforts towards mid. Rotations come through, and what started as a 3-man Banana stack affair, now it's a 4-man stack on A. Very quick rotations coming through, but the bomb has yet to be decisive.
Yeah, they've got Fox just anchored down towards that B Banana. The moment he spots a player pushing towards him, he'll just disengage. Does need to be careful not to get, of course, overly aggressive. Is going to get flashed off the angle and is in need of a disengage. Misses the flick onto Xelo. That means Xelo could even recover that AWP. B bomb site is possible here. They're going to get themselves the cross successful. OBJ does manage to find a player still flanking towards that A bomb site, but it is going to be the 4-on-4 retake coming through. Xelo tagged down to 4 HP as well, so the damage does favor the Giants, but do they expect IM this close to jump around? Oh, it does get traded out, luckily enough. Riz tagged down to 19 HP, so a lot of damage dealt by IM, and well, time is ticking down, so they have to be covering their move quickly before they get taken down. Nice peek coming out from PR. AWP from Xelo tries to get the job done, but gets a tag on to PR, and it's not going to be enough to shut him down. That's going to be the bomb defuse. That's Giants on 14. That's them 2 rounds away from securing the second map, and with that, make this series a 2-0. I think they're playing tomorrow then against Namiga, the winner of this match.
I mean, we have yet to find out the winner. I'm still going to go ahead and say that Nexus have a fair shot because they've got a full buy, they've got a fair bit of utility, and once it really comes down to it, Giants can be whittled away if they just lose a couple crucial rounds because their economy is not in the best of positions. It might look like Nexus is being steamrolled, but the truth of it is, they've been damaging Giants significantly. Problem is, damage is not what will get you the big W. You have to get those numbers in. You have to get... Oh. Does Fox find the kill? Yes, he does. And as I'm rambling away about how Nexus might have a shot, it seems to be Nexus. I mean, it seems to be Fox that is taking the pot shots with his AWP. At least Zelo's equalized it. Yeah,
it's a 4-on-4 situation. They are going towards that B bomb site right now with, again, Xelo being that A bomb site flanker. The push coming out. Cemente takes one down, gets traded out, and PR shuts him down. Bomb control, rounds over.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that. PR goes big, gets himself a triple. Beautiful stuff from him. And very troublesome affair to try and recover this one. They even rotate in Riz right now to help out their teammates towards, unless like Xelo goes absolutely nuts, which, you know, as a player he can, but they have everything pinpointed towards that one angle that he can push from.
Yeah, PR has been absolutely insane at holding the lockdown, and that 3-man, those 3 kills there, I wouldn't, obviously not a 3-man spray down, but those 3 quick kills, definitely some very impressive stuff. Now, Giants on the match point, and
a little bit of cash. Decent cash, actually.
At this point, I don't think it matters to them too much. Because with the way they've been playing with Deagles, I think it'll be incredibly hard for them to lose 8 rounds in a row. I mean, Nexus hasn't even gotten 8 rounds yet, so for them to get an additional 8 rounds on top of what they've almost gotten, just seeming like a very difficult affair. Now, Cemente, he doesn't quite commit to Banana, which means that he ends up taking damage and has to back off, but luckily, he's able to get away unscathed. Not the same story for IM, however.
Riz rotating back. Oh, but he still gets the headshot onto Raga and re-peeks towards short with no page flanking in, and now it's all on Cemente. 1 versus 3. Can he get anything done? Finds one, but gets caught out. Riz gets himself a quad kill in the last round of this best of 3, and that means Giants are going to advance forward to the next round of the playoffs, and with face up against Namiga tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. But before we wrap things up, of course, we're gonna have to show you our beautiful faces, and of course, we're gonna have to show you those ever so important brackets. Of course, these were the playoff stages, so the teams that ended up winning, they're going to be playing the big boy teams in the quarterfinals that were already invited, and I believe it's the likes of Gambit Youngsters, Namiga, and you got to help me out there, buddy.
Gambit Youngsters, Namiga, and Wisla Krakow, and Forest.
Yeah.
But don't forget, it's Gambit, not Gambit Youngsters anymore. They are the finally, the actual Gambit.
The big boys.
Yes. Even though they've been pretty much performing like them the entire time. But yeah, that will, of course, tomorrow it will be Gambit Espada, the first, and Wisla Krakow versus Skate, the first 2 matches of the day. Then afterwards, around 12 p.m. CT. It's going to be Fours versus Pact and Namiga and Giants. And of course, me and Wild Deity are going to be covering the Namiga versus Giants matchup because we want some more Portuguese CSGO.
Oh yeah, that's going to be it from our side. However, if you did like the stream, however, be sure to check out Midnight because they are the big boy sponsors of this tournament. And they offer a 25 euro bonus as well if you can guess who has the most kills. You could have done it today, and you can still do it tomorrow. Be sure to check them out. And with that being said, that'll be all from us. It's Wild Deity and DK Truman signing out.
Initialize booting.